Baby, I'm not even going to sit here and waste y'all time, and I'm going to get straight into episode 2 because things are about to start unpacking with these Harlem ladies. But before I do, y'all already know what to do. Like this video, comment your thoughts on this episode or last episode, and of course subscribe and join the Queen, baby. Okay, let's get into Quinn and what she has going on since we left off with her in shambles in the last episode. So something about Quinn that I didn't mention in the last episode is that she basically is a serial entrepreneur that keeps finding these new ideas to get involved in, but failing at them. And as of now, she's a designer and has her own boutique. And the thing with these entrepreneur adventures she goes on is that her mother and father always funds them. I say all that to say the boutique she owns right now is doing okay, but not good enough. And they are about to go up on her store's rent, and she basically don't have money. So she's going to have to ask her mom, and that's one thing she hates, but it's also like she kind of don't have any choice. So Quinn's mom is actually played by Jasmine Guy, and based on her mom's accent, they are supposed to be, Caribbean. But anyways, when Quinn meets up with her mom, she is confused because she thought she was having a normal family dinner. But it really was a fundraiser event, and Quinn is thrown off by the amount of people there. But that's beside the point, because baby, you are there for the money, so get it, get out. At least that's my mindset. But while she's there, her mom throws her in an awkward position by having her speak to an ex-boyfriend who, by the way, is married and about to have a child. I personally don't think it was an awkward situation since I can assume they were together a long time ago. But because Quinn feels like she is so behind in the getting a man and getting married thing, she made it awkward. But now that we are introduced to her mother, it all makes sense that her mom has put her in a state where she feels like she is behind, always put her down in a shady way, as if Quinn isn't good enough or isn't doing enough. It's very weird. Like, it's to the point where she introduces Quinn to this girl, Isabella, who is running for Congress, and then she's very young. And her mom had the nerve to tell Quinn that the girl can be her mentor. Like, lady, what? They don't even do the same thing, so why would she need her as a mentor? But it was basically her mom's way of saying, you need to be like her, which is just awful. Like, that is no way to motivate and help your child, even if she is an adult. The thing is, Quinn's mom wants her to live a life she wants her to live. And what she wants and what Quinn wants doesn't correlate. So I don't get why they, and I say they because the dad may feel the same way, but we haven't met him yet to know. But I don't know why they just don't use not only their money but their resources to help Quinn and be successful in what she wants to do instead of fighting her on it continuously when she comes asking for money. Because if you really wanted to give her a mentor, it should have been someone with a thriving business, not a young girl running for Congress. That just doesn't even make sense. Now don't get me wrong, Quinn's mother may be a drag, but Quinn is also not making smart decisions for her business, if we're being honest, which is why she keeps running to her mom. For instance, her business isn't doing that well and she is giving half of her money to charity. And I personally don't think that's a wise idea because she's not in a place with her business that she can give back. So she should just wait until her business is thriving to give back, or give back a portion that makes sense with her business finances. Quinn just got to move smarter with her business, especially if she would continue to complain about how shady her mom is towards her when she goes asking for money. But thank God for friends like Angie, because Angie told her, you keep asking your mom for money and she's giving it to you, and that's what you have to accept and deal with. So she needs to suck it up because she's privileged and there are harder ways to earn money she's asking for, which is very much true. But enough about Quinn. Let's get into Camille. Okay, so we left off the last episode with Camille seeing her ex Ian at Angie's open mic night. And it seemed like she was about to speak to him, but it was all a facade because she was scared to engage. But she had me totally fooled. So she was telling the girls that she seen him at the event they were just at and wanted to talk to him, but she folded. And Ty was confused why it took her so long to tell them, because they had been sitting at the table for a while. But I think at first she wasn't going to say anything about it, but Ty had someone doing a hand palm reading at the table they were having dinner at, and the lady said she has a past mistake coming back. So Camille believed that was happening to her with Ian being back in town and popping up. But then Camille remembered that they do have two friends getting married this weekend, and that she and Ian actually hooked them up together as a joke, but clearly the joke worked out perfectly. And that's probably the reason he was in town. So she planned on coming up with this excuse to not attend the wedding festivities that she, was invited to. That's until she ended up running into Brittany, the girl who is getting married, her friend that's getting married. And her plans of not showing up to the wedding events got blown up because Brittany brought up the fact that she thought Camille was going to make an excuse not to come just so she could avoid running to Ian because they broke up. And that's exactly what she was going to do. But I mean, she couldn't tell the girl that. So she said she was going to show up. Can I just say, the girl who plays Brittany is hilarious. She had me tickled throughout all her scenes because she was just so quirky, weird, honest. It was funny. But listen, Camille was taking hella L's this episode. So if y'all remember in the last episode, or in my last recap, her department head told her she would promote her to a full-time tenured professor at the school. But baby, those promises went away when she found out that Robin, the department head, got suspended. And it's only funny, the reason she got suspended is funny, not her actually getting suspended. But there's more, because that same night was Brittany's wedding dinner, and of course, like we knew, Ian popped up. And at first it seemed like he was alone, but then his fiance Mira popped up, but he never introduced her to Camille as his fiance, which I believe he left out intentionally. Granted, he wasn't obligated to state it, but it would have been nice to know because my girl thought she had a chance to, get her own thing back. Not only did he admit that he was engaged once, but he did it twice when him and Camille had a little fun run down memory lane when he was outside smoking and she was trying to leave, and in the moment she kissed him. And he did not stop it. He definitely was all into it until they got interrupted. It wasn't until literally the ending of the night when he randomly showed up to her house to tell her that he was married. And all this came after he let her spill her heart out to him, saying, she made a mistake letting him go and not trying to make it work long distance, and that she wants to give their relationship another chance. Baby, it was just a little too late for him. Now, I can't lie. When he showed up, I was over here thinking he was about to give her some goodies because sis needed it. And I'm sure that old fling sex would have been good, but to my demise, he had to get off his chest the whole he's getting married situation. And he probably only did it because he felt he owed her that much, which I mean respect, but then again, no respect because he waited too long. And I just want to know, where did he tell Mira he was going? Because I know he had to lie and not tell her he was going to see his ex-girlfriend, because that wouldn't have sounded right? So already I'm not feeling this Ian dude, okay? Oh wait. And not only was he getting married, but he was moving back to New York, which I know was just tragic for Camille to hear, because your ex getting married is one thing, especially thinking he stays somewhere else, but knowing he is closer than you expected is just, yes, yikes. So all that has happened with Camille, and to shift the conversation from her life problems, Camille and Ty starts talking about her upcoming Forbes interview and 2-page spread in the magazine, which is amazing as hell. But also about Ty's new little boo, Shayla. Now y'all, Ty was hyping this girl up only for her to now say it's about to be a wrap between the two of them. So Ty was telling Camille she's about to put the "it's not you, it's me" move on the girl to end things. This is so funny. So when it was time for Ty to break it off with Shayla, Ty fell short and Shayla beat her to the punch by calling it quits using the same "it's not you, it's me" tactic on Ty, which was so funny to watch because it's just two studs trying to see who was more masculine and study. Both of them were going back and forth on who should have been the one to break it off. It basically looked like a battle of masculinity to me from two studs, child. It was a mess, and poor Ty lost that battle. After seeing that, it kind of showed that the two of them wasn't going to work anyways, because they both do think and move the same way, and they're both bossy as hell. So of course, after the breakup, which I don't even know if it was a breakup, because it didn't seem like they was together for that long, maybe a week, a few days, if that. So of course, after the breakup, Ty's personal revenge was finding someone else new to sleep with, which she did find, and it was some white girl child. And a white girl was supposed to be, you know, a one-night stand situation, but it turned out to be so much more. But we'll get into that in the next recap. Right now, let's get into my girl Angie and what she got going on in this episode. So at this point, we know Angie don't have anything going for herself, no job, no money, no place to stay. But after she performed at the open mic night, a director that was there wanted to talk to her about a job proposal, which was good. No, actually amazing for Angie ass. Because my good sis needed that. And it's what she said she was waiting for. At least I thought. Hell, at least she thought too. So after the guy reached out to her, she went to meet up with him to talk about the gig he had for her. And off the bat, he was just irritating me because he was one of those hotel black dudes that does absolutely the most. Like, please just stop, sir. But anyways, he started talking to Angie about the job he was offering her and was serving it up on a gold platter about how it was going to be the evolution of the black boys and lifestyle, and put everyone on notice about black culture. Only for the gig to be a musical about the movie Get Out. What? Now don't get me wrong. When Get Out came out, it was a bomb. But for him to sell up this story of her being up in the black revolutionary movement was just him overselling bullcrap. And Angie was fed up and distraught after he told her what it was. And she must have declined to take the job because that's what she told Quinn. And I think it was more because she would have been singing in the background chorus and not so much center stage. So with that being said and done, my good girl is still jobless and homeless and, well, you know, broke. Y'all already know what it is and how it goes down over here. Like this video, comment your thoughts on this episode or the show overall. And last but certainly not least, subscribe and join the kingdom, baby. Bye.